Hello, everybody. Can you remember me? Yes, can you remember now? Oh, can you remember this logo? What is this beautiful logo? What does it stand for? Wow, thank you, Primary 4 girls. Good girls go green. Gigi 2.0 stands for Good Girls Go Green. Can you see the 4 G's? That's why it's Gigi times 2, Gigi 2.0. Good girls go. Thank you. So since you remember Gigi 2.0, then can I ask you if you remember another thing? No, not another thing. 4 special people from Gigi 2.0. Do you remember them? Wow, somebody looks like me over here. Who is this? Gigi Popo, thank you very much. What warrior is she? What warrior is she? Food waste warrior, thank you very much. Oh, what about this person who looks like Gigi Popo, a younger one? Who is she? Auntie Fong. Auntie Fong is the what warrior? Water warrior, thank you very much. Auntie Fong is the water warrior. When you are washing your hands, you think of Auntie Fong because you want to save water. What about this cute little girl over here? Who is she? Little Riri. Little Riri reminds us to save paper. Thank you very much. What about this lady? Who is she? Makcik Sama. Makcik Sama reminds us to save electricity. Thank you very much. So since you remember all these 4 people, let me test you again. There's one more thing I want to know if you remember. Do you remember the theme for this year's Gigi 2.0? Do you remember? What? What is that? What is that? Very good. Primary 5's sustainability. It's a big word that has 6 syllables. What does sustainability mean? Sustainability? It means you live your life sustainably. Sustainability means sustainable living. I'm going to show you what it means in words over here. Right, let's do this. I'm going to say the black words. You are going to say the colored words. Alright? We'll do it together and we'll do it loudly. Okay? So what is sustainable living? To do in your that can help to and on the environment. So we're going to do this again, but I'm going to say the color and you're going to say the words that are in that color. Okay? By the way, the top, is it purple or blue? Gigi Popo cannot see clearly. Is it purple or blue to you? Oh, purple. Okay. Okay, let's try. If I say the color, you say the words. Alright? Purple. Purple. Red. Red. Louder, purple. Red. Correct. So sustainable living is not about doing grand things. It's about doing simple things. Even St. Magdalene says doing good things does not cost you much. Just now I heard what your principal Mrs. Chin told you. Doing good things does not cost much, and you do it on red. Everyday lives, it becomes a habit. When you are talking about sustainable living, you cannot say, oh, I will finish all my food when there's clean plate campaign. That's not sustainable living if you're only doing during clean plate campaign. Or you say, I will save water on World Water Day on 22nd of March. I will save water on that day. All the other days, I don't save water. Cannot. It has to be red. Red. Everyday lives. You cannot say I save electricity just because I switch off all my appliances during Earth hour. That is not doing simple things in our everyday lives. Correct? Your parents cannot say, I'll take care of you only on Children's Day and only on your birthday. All the other days I don't take care of you. Can they do that? Cannot. Can you say that you love and you care for your teachers just by giving them Teachers' Day present on Teachers' Day and every other day you misbehave and don't listen and don't learn? Can you do that? Cannot, because it has to be simple things in everyday life. It's a lifestyle. So you know, the fate of the earth is in our hands. We need to care for our earth. The last time I came here, I talked about some important day. In case some of you have forgotten, I'm going to play you a video.
And we've already consumed more this year than the planet can regenerate in 12 months. Known as Earth Overshoot Day, it's a yearly reminder that humanity is living well beyond its means. When it comes to individual countries, if the world lived like Singapore, the Earth would have run out of resources by April 8th. Now, looking at other countries in the region, it's May 16th for Malaysia, June 2nd for China, September 3rd for Thailand, and December 3rd for Indonesia. Every year, the day comes earlier and earlier, and experts say it's a growing crisis that threatens future generations.
So in case it was too fast and you couldn't catch it, we know now that the Earth Overshoot Day fell this year on the... When did it fall? Which date was it? Look at the date on top. 28th of July, correct? By 28th of July, this year we have used up the Earth's resources that is meant for us to consume for over the whole year. Right now, we are actually borrowing resources from the future generations. Now that it's already after 28th of July. So currently, we are living as if there is 1.75 Earth. But there is only one Earth. What does this mean? Let's take a simpler example. A lot of you, I'm sure your parents give you pocket money for the week. Correct? Pocket money for the week. So they give you money. This is to last you for a week. And then you take the money, and by Wednesday, you finished using all your money. You have no more money. What do you do on Thursday and Friday? You go around borrowing money from your friends to use for your recess. Right? This is what's happening to the earth now. We use up all the resources by July, and then all the rest of the year, we are borrowing money from the future. But what is more alarming is this. Singaporeans, we are living as if we have 3.8 Earths. But there's only one. When we go back to the earlier example just now, when our parents give us pocket money, so Singaporeans' lifestyle of buying things that they want but don't need, like you buy stickers, you buy color branded things, or you want to take the taxi, or this kind of things, or buy a branded car, then that's why by Tuesday morning, you finish up all your pocket money and you have to borrow money for the rest of the days just to buy your plate of noodles. Right, that's how Singaporeans are living. Our lifestyle is not sustainable because we only have one Earth. We cannot use up our money so quickly. Right, so... And we actually already know how to save the earth, how to live a sustainable lifestyle. We already know. We know we have to reduce, reuse, and recycle. We know all that. But how often do we walk into buildings that's freezing cold because the aircon is turned on in full blast? I'm sure some of the bedrooms that you are at home when I walk in, it's also freezing cold because you like to turn the aircon on to very, very low temperatures. Am I right? Sometimes you leave your room and then still the aircon is very cold and you forget to switch off. That's only one example. And you know, in Singapore, we are so lucky. Water is so readily available at the taps. So when we wash our hands, we turn it on to full blast. And then, worst thing, sometimes people forget to turn it off when they walk away. Then what happens to the building owners? They have to go and think of a way so that people don't forget. They build the automatic taps so that when people go away, it will turn off. That is extra resources because we know we cannot waste water, but we just don't do it. And we also know that when we go to the supermarkets, we should bring our own recycling bags, right? But many Singaporeans are still not doing that. We also know that we should bring our own bottle, and many Singaporeans are also not doing that. So what happens? So the authorities are planning to give a charge 10 to 10 cents each plastic bag next year. And what's the latest? They are also now considering to charge 10 to 20 cents per can and per bottle. That's because all the recycling bins, even though they are so readily available, people don't bother. Oh, I think about this, I feel so tired. You know, I told you before, Gigi Popo is already so old. Maybe tomorrow I cannot wake up, right? And I can't wake up, but my wish, my only wish is for you to remember this famous quote from me, right? It is not good enough to just know what to do. We must do what we know. Please remember what Gigi Popo says. Okay? I'm so tired. I think I better let the younger one take over. Little Riri, are you here?
Hi everybody! Wow, it's the first time I'm seeing you. I'm Little Riri and I'm the what warrior? What warrior? Paper. So just now, Gigi Popo has shared with you so many things about Overshoot Day. And remember, we only have one Earth that will last us a lifetime. So now, I am going to share with all of you what we can do or what we must do to reduce the negative impacts we have on our Earth. I'm going to share with you 6 ways. How many ways? 6. And I'm sure all of you know about this already. So the first one, turn off all electrical appliances when not in use. Who always tells you to do this in class? There is a lady in class on the poster. Who? Which warrior is it? Makcik Salma. So, you turn off the lights, you turn off the fans, turn off the visualizers, turn off the projectors. Okay? And when you are at home, I have a little brother at home called Little Bobo. And Little Bobo always switch on the aircon. But then I will see him covered up in his blanket. I don't understand. If it is so cold, what can he do to the aircon? Switch it off. And what can he switch on? The fan. So same goes for you. When it is too cold at home, switch it off. Then switch on the fan. Because fans use less electricity. And you can encourage your parents to buy energy efficient appliances. What does that mean? Go home, you look at your refrigerators and your washing machines. You will find this logo. The more ticks there are, the happier your parents will be. You know why? Because more ticks means we save more electricity, more money. Then your parents will be happier because they save more money. Okay, this is step number 1. Step number 2, take more public transport. Try not to take so much taxis. Why? Because one taxi can fit how many people? 4 or 5. A bus. How many people can a bus fit? A lot of people. Okay? So when you take buses, you can fit more people with less energy being consumed. Or better yet, you can walk or cycle. Because when you walk or cycle, we don't need to use oil and petrol. And then less harmful gases is being released into the air, and we get to save our earth. Third, food. Who is your food waste warrior? Gigi Popo, right? Just now Gigi Popo came. And she always reminds you to cut down on food waste. Only take what you can finish. Alright? And eat local and limit imported foods. Why? Because when you buy a potato chip made in America, how do you think the potato chip comes from America to Singapore? It takes the aeroplane, smart. And when it takes the aeroplane, what do we need to let the aeroplane fly? Fuel. And fuel will release harmful gases into the air. And I'm sure your potato chips made in America is more expensive. The ones made in Singapore will be cheaper, and it will consume less energy to reach your mouth. Okay? So buy locally made food. For example, potato chips made by FairPrice, Giant, Sheng Siong. Alright? Number 4. Just now Gigi Popo talked about this, and that is to refuse plastic bags. Starting from next year, we will have to pay for plastic bags. You pay 5 cents, 10 cents. Every day, if you pay 10 cents for a piece of plastic bag, in 1 week, you will waste 70 cents. I don't think you want that, right? So instead, use reusable bags. I can see some of you here bringing tote bags, and those are reusable bags. So that is very, very good, and I like that. Okay? And recycle your plastic waste. Do you recall seeing a very special bin at the canteen? Yes? And what do we throw inside the metal bin downstairs at the canteen? Plastic. And we only throw special plastic, right? So what numbers? One, 2, 4, and 5. Very good. So, in case some of you haven't seen it on the TV downstairs, I am going to share this with you. In July, the first month our school collected plastic, we came in second out of many schools. And we got 32 kilograms worth of plastic. Are you proud of yourself? Yes, okay, give yourself a round of applause. Good job. But in the next month, in August, we went to 6th position because the other schools started collecting a lot more. But we managed to get how many kg worth of plastic? 42, and that is an increase. So that is very, very good. Give a round of applause to yourself. All right, so let's continue to bring our plastic recyclables to school. But some of you might tell me, little Riri, my plastic recyclables are very heavy. I cannot bring them to school. It's okay. You can throw them at the plastic recycling bins near your house. The important part is for you to recycle your plastics. It does not matter if it's in school or at home. All right, just recycle them. Step number 5. Which warrior tells you to reduce water wastage? Auntie Fong. So reduce water wastage when you're washing hands, brushing your teeth. Some of you might have the habit of keeping the water running. Switch it off, all right? And reuse water used to wash your vegetables to water the plants. Most of us, maybe our parents, we have a lot of plants these days. So you can encourage your parents to reuse the water used to wash vegetables to water the plants. And when we save our water, our parents are going to be very happy because we save them money because our water bill will decrease. And at the same time, we get to save our earth. And the last one, I'm sure all of you can do this when you go home. And that is to spread the word. Tell your mommy, tell daddy, tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone about the importance of saving the earth. Go home, tell mommy, mommy, you know, Singaporeans are living as though we have 3.8 earths. But in reality, how many earths do we have? One earth to last us a lifetime. So share with them all the ways that you have learned to save the earth. Okay, let's recap on the 5 R's. You all already know the 3 R's. Read for me the 3 R's. But there are actually 2 more R's. And that is 1 R before reduce. Who knows what it is? What is it? Refuse, correct. Refuse. When you go to the supermarket, refuse plastic. Or when mommy says, oh, how about I get you a new pencil box, but your current pencil box is in good condition. Refuse. Tell mommy, mommy, it's okay. I have a good working pencil box. I don't need a new one. Refuse. When you cannot refuse, then you reduce. For example, you cannot refuse plastic bag because you have no hands. You need a plastic bag. Then you use as little plastic bags as possible. Then when you have the plastic bags, you reuse them. You can use the plastic bags to throw your rubbish. And after reuse, if you cannot reuse it already, you repurpose. For example, your sleeping clothes. It might get too small, right? We don't want to sleep with tight clothes. It's not comfortable. So you repurpose them. What can we repurpose a shirt into? Make it a reusable bag. Clever. Okay, change it into a tote bag. You can repurpose it. And when you cannot repurpose, you recycle. But always throw it into the correct recycling bins. Alright? Now, we're going to talk about being a sustainability hero. All of you here are sustainability heroes. Why is that? It's because all of you here have one way or another led a sustainable lifestyle. Like what Popo says. It's all the simple things that you do in your everyday lives. When you bring a water bottle to school, that is how you are leading a sustainable lifestyle. Because you bring a water bottle, you don't need to buy a plastic bottle from the school canteen. You just have to refill your water bottle. So all of you are sustainability heroes. Okay, let's say this. I am a sustainability hero. Let's say this together. 1, 2, 3. Very good. You're all tired, is it? We try one more time. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Now, today, later on at the shout out wall, you all are going to write why you all are sustainability heroes. You all are going to think. Now you all think, what have I done to be a sustainability hero? Okay, you think about it. Later on at the shout out wall, you can write it down. So, that is all I have for today. We have for today. So how many ways did I share with you on how to lead a sustainable lifestyle? 6 ways. Very good. I'm sure you remember them. And I'm sure I would love every one of you to go home and share with your parents what you have learned today. Okay? Remember, this assembly program is brought to you by Gigi 2.0. And at Gigi 2.0, we are... Thank you. Bye-bye.
This video is brought to you by Gigi 2.0. Remember, good girls go green.